Nick, it's a pleasure to have you here at the Escuela Bancaria y Comercial. It's a dream come true. How are you?
Muchas gracias. Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Fantastic. I'm very happy. Fantastico. Okay, how can you describe Nick? Who is Nick?
You know, I'm just like anybody else. I have no arms, no legs, of course, but people see my smile and my joy and my strength, and they're wondering, how can a guy without arms and legs be so happy? So my mission in life is to really go out and spread a message of hope and let everyone know that there is hope in life and to never ever give up.
Yeah, never give up. And is there a limit for Nick?
Definitely, there are limits of success. There are
Uh-huh.
limits of things that you cannot change. But the secrets of life include the principles of knowing you need to determine what you can change and what you cannot change. Accept what you cannot change. And today, invest in trying to change those obstacles into opportunities,
Mhm.
being thankful for what you have, dreaming big, taking one day at a time. And I'm not a superhero. I still have my
You're a
ups
normal
and downs,
person, right?
Exactly. I still cry. I still have fear sometimes in my life, some uncertainties. But through the ups and downs, you grow and you learn and you keep on moving forward. And life is an adventure.
An adventure, totally an adventure. How
Yeah.
did you find your mission?
That's a very good question. For many years of my life, I didn't believe there was any purpose, no mission at all.
Right.
But when I was 19, I was speaking in front of a couple audiences, and at 19, I spoke in front of 300 students for 7 minutes.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know what to say. My palms were sweaty, my knees were shaking. And half the girls were crying within 3 minutes, and one girl put up her hand and she said, "I'm so sorry, can I come up there and give you a hug?" And in front of everyone, she came and she hugged me and she cried on my shoulder. She said, "Thank you, thank you, thank you. No one's ever told me that they love me. No one's ever told me that I'm beautiful the way that I am."
Right.
And that changed my life. I was halfway through my degree in accounting and financial planning. And yeah, it's great to think of, maybe starting your own financial planning practice or accounting practice and having people work for you. There's success in that. There's happiness in that. But man, when that girl hugged me, the joy
changed.
is unspeakable.
Right. Tell me a little bit about Daniel Martinez.
You know, I was speaking in front of a crowd, and a man was holding up a little boy with no
Mhm.
arms and
Yeah.
no legs, just
like
me.
you. Mhm.
I had a little foot
Mhm.
on the left side, brought him up on stage, and everybody was like, wow. I was 24 years old at the time,
Mhm.
and I never met anybody like me. And he's looking up at me, I'm looking down at him, and I gave him a little hug, and I hugged his mom, I hugged his dad, and his mom said, "Now I know there's hope for my son." The doctors told me that my boy is never going to walk. I said, "Don't worry, he's going to be just fine."
Right.
I said, "I'm going to be here for you guys. And when he's 6, I'll come to his school, because I'm sure he's going to get teased, and I'm going to try and do my best to stop that." So that's what happened last year. He was getting teased and bullied, and then I went to the school, and now he's one of the coolest kids in
Wow.
the school. So when you don't get a miracle, you can still be a miracle for someone else.
Yeah, be a miracle for somebody else. And how did you motivate yourself every day?
You know, it was a conscious decision every day to not focus on the things that I don't have,
Mhm.
but focus on the things that I do have. People want to reach their full potential in life. You will never reach your full potential until you do your best with what you have. People think I need more to be more successful. Yeah, but no. I need to get that job before I'm happy. No. If you're not happy now, you're not going to be happy when you're successful. Money or success or achievements or reputation or status or business, it's empty. It doesn't give you peace. It gives you momentum. It gives you practicalities to life, yes. But every day, it's not about what you do. It's who you are that matters more.
It's who you are who matters most.
That's right.
Right. That's very profound.
Yeah.
And how do you find yourself? I mean,
Yeah. You know, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was supposed to be. I always compared myself to everyone else. And at age 8 to 12, I was actually depressed.
Mhm.
And at age 8, I thought of committing suicide because I have no hope. I'm not going to get a job. I'm not going to get married. I'm going to be alone. And all these fears
Mhm.
started disabling me. I think the fear of being alone is worse than having no arms, no legs.
Mhm.
And I didn't compare my suffering to someone else's suffering. Pain is pain, brokenness is brokenness. But at age 10, I tried to commit suicide.
Mhm.
And I'm so glad I didn't decide
Yeah.
to go through it. And, I want to encourage the parents out there that if it wasn't for my parents who were planting those seeds of love and hope and truth, I wouldn't be here today. because they loved me so much, I had a love for them that was automatic. And I didn't want to leave them with more pain, so I decided to stay. At age 13, I hurt my foot playing football.
I know.
And I realized I really need to be thankful and stop complaining. At age 15, I read in the Bible how God has a plan for everyone. And how he had a plan for a blind man. I said, wow, if you've got a plan for a disabled man who's blind, you have a plan for me. And whether he gives me arms and legs or not, like he gave the blind man sight, he healed my heart. If he gives me arms and legs, great. If he doesn't give me arms and legs, I know I can still be a miracle for someone else and help someone else know that there's something more to this life than meets the eye.
Sometimes we have problems, all right? We think that we have the most amazing problems, right? But for example, in your case, I mean, I see that you jumped, all right? Just skydiving, and surf.
Golfing, fishing.
How did you decide? What's next for Nick?
You know, as a child, we really didn't know what I could do until I tried. And courage is not when you're not afraid. Courage is when you try, even though you're afraid. So there are things that we put limits on ourselves in areas of our life because of simply fear. Fear of failing, fear of what people think of us, fear of whatever. And I don't let that hold me back. I like to try new things. Because there were so many things that I couldn't do, I challenged myself. Well, okay, not I can't do it, but how could I do it differently?
Right.
And that's the mindset that I was given by my parents.
And now I have to congratulate you because you have a son.
I have a son. He's 11 weeks old.
11 weeks?
Yeah.
Wow.
Very, very thankful.
What's his name?
Kiyoshi.
Kiyoshi.
Yeah. Mi esposa es mitad mexicana y japonesa.
Wow.
So she has a Japanese name as well, Kanae.
Kanae.
Yeah. Exactly.
And how did your life change?
When I met her?
When you met her, and now that you have a son?
When I met her, I couldn't believe the feeling that I had. It was very overwhelming, and she had the same feeling. And I went through a business crisis 2 years ago that actually put me through a little bit of a depression. I'm the motivator, right?
Yeah.
And I tried so hard, and I was working so hard, I was burning out as well. I spoke 1,000 times over 2007 to 2010. So I was very, very tired, and I pushed myself a little bit more and collapsed. Well, when I told my wife that I was broke, she said, that's okay. I'll get a nursing job and support the both of us.
Wow.
And I thought,
that's
wow,
love. That's love, my friend. That's love.
And when I felt my boy kick for the first time in her womb, I can't describe to you the joy. And so not everyone has the ability to experience what I've experienced yet in life, but I really believe that joys, as long as you're on your right track and you know, you do your best, I've just seen that God does the rest.
That's fantastic. We have a lot of students here, all right, and they're really waiting for you to see it. What can you tell them?
Can't wait to see you. No, I'm thankful that I'm here. You know, in university, one of your fears are, well, am I really going to get a good job? How am I going to get above the rest? Everyone around me knows more contacts. What do I have to do to get that? Who do I have to, you know? Nah, if you just stay as a character of integrity, patience, and good work ethic, and work hard, you can overcome. You can get through it. You know, I'm going to be sharing about how I started to be a speaker. I didn't know any speaker. My parents didn't believe that I was going to be a speaker. I had no invitations at a time. I had no idea what I was going to do. But I had a dream. And a man without vision dies. And so not only for your life or your career or your family, but also for Mexico. We're looking at the next generation of Mexico. And I want to inspire them to be the leaders they need to be for this country.
And I think that a big change for you were your parents, right? A message for the parents of all our students here.
You know, never give up in encouraging your students. Don't forget to tell them that you're proud of them. You know, it's hard as a teenager. Sometimes you feel like your parents pay more attention to you when you fail at something. Maybe your kids can't remember the last time you told them that you loved them. Tomorrow's not promised for anyone. And especially fathers, I want to talk to you that your sons need an excellent father more than an excellent college. So your value is not determined on how much money you can bring for your family. It's who you are that matters most. So make sure that you don't take each other for granted and love each other more and more.
Wow. And you know, professors here are very important. What can you tell them?
You know, there are some teachers in my life that I'll never ever forget. They inspired me. There were times where students wouldn't talk to me, but teachers would. And they would make me think about my life. They'd make me think about people and what do you think about this and what do you think about them? What do you think about bullies and all that sort of thing? And so I really am thankful for the few teachers that helped me along the way. So you just don't know the seeds of love and belief that you're planting in those students, who they're going to become in 15, 20, 30 years from now. And they'll remember you.
That's fantastic. Nick, thank you very much. And to finish, I know that you know Spanish. What's your favorite word in Spanish?
No manches.
No manches. No manches.
Patroncita.
Patroncita. It has been a pleasure having you here, and this is your house.
Gracias.
And I'm going to give you a hug, but this
Please.
hug is going to be for all the students and all the professors. All right? Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for being here.
Los amo, los amo. Gracias.